SpongeBob has entered the Multiverse. Spongebob Squarepants The Cosmic Shake is officially the next entry in the SpongeBob gaming franchise, with Purple Lamp Studios once again helming the project after previously working on SpongeBob Rehydrated. Revealed during THQ Nordic's showcase as the very last game to be shown, which actually caught me off guard when Jeff Keighley pulled a fast one and made us think the show was over. Then we get this. And needless to say, I was not disappointed by this in the slightest, as the nostalgia that I have with the show, especially the older seasons, was just overloaded with this trailer, which is a purely CGI trailer and will likely not represent what the final game will look like. Just keep that in mind, considering we don't have any actual gameplay to go off of just yet. So basically what I'm doing today is I'm going to be breaking down this trailer from start to finish and go over all the currently known information about the game. So without further ado, let's dive in. The trailer opens up with Sweet Victory, complete with Plankton playing the keyboard and SpongeBob in his band uniform. Anyone who's even the slightest bit familiar with SpongeBob has almost definitely heard this song. It's pretty iconic and it drives the nostalgia right out of the gate and carries it throughout the entire trailer. But speaking of Sweet Victory, it's one of the 101 songs from the show that will be a part of this game's soundtrack. And that's pretty cool that they are actually able to do so, but no matter what, they've got to get Fun, the camping song, Goofy Goober Rock, and The Best Day Ever in here. Those are all too iconic to not include in this game. Anyways, some of you might be wondering why Patrick looks like a rather cute balloon. I mean, just look at him. Well, that's because, in terms of the story, and this is coming from the game's Steam page, SpongeBob and Patrick meet the mysterious fortune teller Cassandra, who gives them a vial full of mermaid's tears. Legend claims they grant the wishes of those who are pure of heart. Naturally, the two best buddies get overexcited and their flurry of wishes tears open the very fabric of space and time, all while releasing cosmic jelly onto Bikini Bottom and opening portals to strange wish worlds in the process. Now it's up to our heroes to rescue their friends who got lost in the wish worlds and bring back Bikini Bottom's most iconic buildings. But Cassandra has her own devious plan. So not only did SpongeBob and Patrick accidentally tear apart the multiverse, but it seemed to have affected Patrick's appearance in the process, to the point where he'll be following SpongeBob, who I guess is the only playable character in the game, around for the entire game, with the duo having what the game's senior producer, Martin Crouch, calls a true buddy comedy design approach throughout. So it'll be interesting to see that almost Ratchet & Clank type of interaction in this game. And yes, I'm probably not the only one who's getting some Crash 4 or even Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart vibes from this trailer, with all the portals leading to different realities and such. So upon entering the first portal, we can see various band instruments floating around space and time, each originating from the Band Geeks episode, which is the same episode Sweet Victory originated from, with a jar of mayonnaise mixed in here, which raises the question, is it really an instrument? You really have to wonder about these things. Upon exiting the first portal, we can see what the Steam page refers to as the Cosmic Jelly, which I'm assuming are this game's enemies rather than robots this time around. In this same scene, we can see SpongeBob in his karate gear, in what seems to be a darker looking downtown Bikini Bottom, at least when comparing to Rehydrated's. But we gotta remember, we're essentially dealing with a multiversal plot, so the 7 different environments we'll be exploring are gonna be slightly different than we're typically used to, like Jellyfish Fields being Wild West themed, which definitely reminds me of the Pest of the West special, and then there's Halloween Rock Bottom, being a much more lit up place full of Halloween decorations, which is where the Flying Dutchman resides in. And can we take just a moment to appreciate the little Shanghaied Easter egg they threw in here with the Dutchman's sock?
Oh, give it to me! No! Wait, you're stretching out the elastic!
Back to SpongeBob's karate gear, this is likely one of the game's 30 unlockable costumes for SpongeBob. It's not yet clear how we unlock these costumes, or if there will be new abilities attached to each one. After all, one of the new platforming skills includes the karate kick. This move is likely tied to this costume, but that's not yet confirmed. But while I'm on the subject of abilities, there's another new one called the fishhook swing. I assume this will allow for swinging across gaps via nearby fishhooks, kinda like Ratchet & Clank's swing shot mechanics. Classic moves, I'm assuming ones from Battle for Bikini Bottom, will be returning for this game, but we're not quite sure as to which ones will be returning just yet. Concerning the aforementioned costumes, we did get to see some throughout this trailer, with each one referencing a specific episode, including Snail Bob from I Was a Teenage Gary, one of my favorite episodes,
Meow!
Spongegar from the SpongeBob BC episode, a cowboy costume, which is a reference to the Pest of the West special, and a knight costume, which is kinda reminiscent of the Dunces and Dragons special. But speaking of costumes, Sandy's costume in this trailer is the same one from the Karate Island episode. Again, I know this is a CGI trailer, but look at that fur detail. Squidward's also in this scene, in what seems like a director's outfit. Entering the second portal, SpongeBob and Patrick get sent to a prehistoric version of what appears to be the kelp forest, given all the kelp in the surrounding area. And from the looks of it, there might be a new ball rolling mechanic in this game. The third portal leads to Wild West jellyfish fields, where SpongeBob is riding a seahorse, who I'd like to believe is Mystery from the My Pretty Seahorse episode.
Her name is Mystery.
You're a mystery, SpongeBob.
Heck, this scene even makes a direct reference to that episode, with SpongeBob instantly having hair. The fourth portal leads to another recreation of the Sweet Victory segment from the Band Geeks episode, which is where Mr. Krabs is confirmed to be in this game. And speaking of Mr. Krabs, he will be voiced by Clancy Brown, his original voice actor from the show. The same applies to all the other characters in the game. Their voices will be the same as they've always been, so you won't have to worry about that just like you did with Rehydrated. I mean, obviously, this is a completely new game, so they can't exactly recycle old voice lines. And then we reach the title reveal for the game, which features what looks to be an altered version of SpongeBob's pineapple and Squidward's house in the background, while Mrs. Puff gets a little too excited with the guitar. A bit of an awkward moment, but I really enjoyed it. It was pretty funny. Now, when we visit the game's website, we can see that the game is coming to PS4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC via Steam. Here, we can see the key artwork for the game, which will be on the game's cover art, but that could change with time. In this art, we can see that Larry the Lobster is confirmed for this game, even though he did not appear in the trailer. In the artwork, he appears to be in a pirate costume. So that tells me that there will be some sort of pirate-themed level in the game, but since the Flying Dutchman is in Halloween Rock Bottom, I think it's a safe bet to think that's the pirate level. But the surprising part of this piece is that Pearl is confirmed to be in this game. Now, for anyone who's kept up with SpongeBob games over the years, you know that Pearl hasn't really appeared in any of them. She was actually going to appear in the original Battle for Bikini Bottom, but she was cut for unknown reasons, making the Cosmic Shake her first proper appearance in a video game, and that's honestly pretty cool. So anyways guys, that's pretty much everything I could find concerning this game so far, and I'm so hyped after everything we found out. We don't have a release date for the game just yet, but if it's anything like Rehydrated, it'll probably launch sometime next year. But I'm curious to see what you guys think about the game in the comments section below, and if you want to stay up to date with anything involving this game, be sure to hit that subscribe button and the bell, as I'll be sure to get to work on a new video as soon as we find out more. So once again guys, thank you all so much for watching and the constant support. I've been Blueknight, and I'll see you guys back here next time.